Since 2006, the Catalan region has been declared by the central government as a nation within Spain. It also has judicial autonomy, it has language rights. So why do they want out? Is it just economics?
No, it's not just about money. By the way, hello Lisa, good night. It's dark pitch night here in Barcelona right now. But no, it's not just about money. Although money is in the picture as well. It happens almost all the time, right? There is like a sense of grievance because out of the amount of taxes that Catalans pay to Spain, only half of that ever returns for hospitals, welfare and general services, schools, trains, etc. So we believe that we've been subsidizing Spain for 35 years in a figure which would be more or less double of what Europe has also given to Spain for development over the last 35 years. So double of cohesion funds, of all the money that Europe has been injecting into the Spanish economy for developing it. We have given it internally to the Spanish state. We have paid the bills. So now we think it's unfair that this would go on forever and ever, especially when we feel the pinch of the crisis. And that is also something which encourages us to ask for more freedom and for more responsibility. We are a nation, so in that sense, with the language, with the history, we even have our own charter which says that we are a nation, and that was voted and approved by the Catalan Parliament, the Catalans themselves. So we believe, yes, we have the same right that any other nation. We're not more than any other country, but we're not less than any other country. So the demonstration which we saw the other day, and you're probably seeing in shots all the time, was basically about this, about nationhood, about the right to decide, about democracy, about democratic rights, and the right to vote on our future. Now, we think we should be independent. Let's hold the vote. That's all we're saying. Let's hold the vote. That's what any democracy in the world would do, but that's what the Spanish government will not allow. And that's what our struggle right now is about. We are trying to follow the democratic path, and if we decide to be independent, we have all the right in the world to be so. That's what you call free determination, and the US knows a lot about this, and most of the countries in the world, in the modern world, know perfectly well what that means, because 150 of modern countries in the world have been independent, have become independent in the last century. Well, we have with my own party and coalition. So yes, we have a plan. We think that obviously politicians now in power, like Carles Montaner was saying, have their own agenda, even perhaps their own hidden agenda. But the fact is, last Tuesday, millions of Catalans went to the streets asking for freedom and asking for dignity and asking for nationhood. So we'll try to respond to that. We'll try to respond to that because obviously there is an economic background, and we feel that the fall of Spain, this Spanish fall, is also giving out Catalan Spring. Out of the Spanish fall comes out a Catalan Spring. Now, this Catalan Spring, which you might understand in different ways, is the making of a nation. And that's a big thing. That's a big thing which affects economics, it affects morale, it affects politics, it affects everything. We think that's a positive driving force. It's not negative. We're not hating anybody. We don't have any particular enemy. We're just trying to build something new, a new nation in the making. And that also can give hopes to most Catalan people that through this new energy and this common goal, we can reach a different economic situation, our welfare can improve, etc., etc. We think this is a whole project of renewal and of hope for the future. Let me just make a comparison. It's true, we are European citizens. We have the citizenship of Europe. Now, can they deprive us of that? Let's make the comparison with US citizens. Imagine the people in Northern California decide to separate from California and to have their own state. Do you think the US would kick them out as US American citizens? I think that parallel could give you an answer. Would such a government, federal government or the European government, dare to kick out people who up to then have been citizens of Europe? In the remotest of my imagination, I can't believe they would dare to do that. It would go against Europe, against democratic principles, against what Europe actually means, what has been in the foundation, the creation of the European Union itself. You got Spain with around 800 billion euros GNP and around 800 billion euros, rough figures, excluding Catalonia, 800 billion euros debt. You got Catalonia with 200 billion euros GNP and only 40 billion euros debt. So in the case of Spain, 800 out of 800, it's 100% debt. In the case of Catalonia, 40 out of 200, 20% debt. Catalonia is a wealthy nation. It's been prosperous. Its economy is like the powerhouse of Spain. So the fact that we've been paying the bills of Spain in the past 35 years is kind of natural if you come to think about it, but it's unnatural if you think that it's been eternalized. So any aid which is eternalized stops being a workable, functional aid.
Hey,
and
Alfred,
that's what we're complaining about, despite the fact. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Despite this fact, no solution has been found.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm just curious. How confident are you that Catalonia can remain economically robust if it separates from Spain, given that a lot of major industry that is in Catalonia may not be comfortable being in a small state away from Spain?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm arguing about. It's a sound economy. It's 30% of exports and of imports within Spain. So Catalonia would not have any problem to have a sound, workable economy. The problem would probably be a Spanish problem. So right now, Catalonia could work as well or as bad as countries like Holland, Denmark, Switzerland, with similar populations, similar economies. And it's very diversified also, so we don't see a problem there. The main problem, the real problem, down the line, the problem is that Spain doesn't allow Catalans to vote about their future. And that's it. That's the end of the line. If Spain lets Catalans vote about their future, as any mature democracy would do, then Catalans would decide by themselves. Anybody who doesn't understand that point, that self-determination is the matter, it's the question, probably has a problem understanding democracy itself.